Okay, so we need steel. I'm gonna get rid of 4 of these guys. Let's do this. Why not? All right. So with this gun, we might be able to make a better space here for our steel. We could also move this over. Just trying to think of how we could do this. Pretty far away from our goal, unfortunately. If we could get another machine going and then the steel to supply it, I think that would be enough for the goal. So that's what I would like to focus on. It looks like we're good on circuits once that's going. We're good on copper. Okay, so with this we can add... How can we do this? We could theoretically move the iron over. That wouldn't cause any issues, I think. And then we could have more space for our steel. We have 7 steel for... We had 6, 12... We had 16 iron for the 7 steel, and that wasn't good enough. We did have enough iron for it. So I think this side is good. We're gonna leave that alone. If possible, we'd like to add the 4th engine if we had the space for it, but I don't know where we'd put it. Like I said, we could put it right here and then have like an underground pipe to them. Would that work? It would work. Oh, that's kind of funny. But unfortunately, that won't change the output of our steel. Unless the inserters were just going way too slow. Because the electricity has nothing to do with the furnaces, other than the inserters. Looking for pipes. Okay, I'm just gonna run it again just to see if there's any huge difference. Oops. I doubt it, but you know, just to check. So circuits backed up, copper backed up, steel. So iron's no longer backed up, taking away the 4 that we did. And these are running full time. So it's just simply a matter of making it. And I need to put these back, because this is not... I could probably put 1 more and it would still be good. Yeah, so like this, none of them are making currently. So that's a bummer. All right. How can we make this look better? Or how can we make this work better? I think what I should do, or what could happen, or what could help, is output the steel together, like I do over here, and all I would have to do is split this line of copper, the line of iron. Okay, so this is the area we have to work with. Where can I do this? How can I help? How can I make this better? I could put this engine up here and then bring the pipe across. We'd be losing out on some steam probably though. And this area is kind of expensive. But I think I need the area for now. So we're gonna try this real quick. Oops. We'd actually be able to put both engines up here. Not that I would really want to, but it's doable. Darn this tree. This tree is the bane of my existence. Oh my goodness. How dare you? How dare you exist? That tree actually kills it. Alright, so we'll try to go around this way then. Doesn't know can do either, huh? Why can't you build here? Man. Alright. Build this up one. This is surely becoming not worth it territory though. It kind of started there actually. But I need this area. I need the space. Let's make sure that works. Oh no. Man. Okay, so again, just checking to see if it works. So apparently we're struggling pretty hard. There we go. Okay, it's full on steam. That's all I care about. Okay. Alright, so we have that going. It's definitely not ideal. I'm very certain I could do this better. I'm pretty sure I could just turn this around and put the coal here and facing upwards and then connect these two. Fairly certain I could do that. But we're not going to. We're just gonna leave it like this because character. Let's get our steel back up and running. Okay, is there a better way I could do this? The chest and this can't move, so I need to keep these together. This is enough space for what I need to input into this. I could have all of the iron come through here and then bring it up and then smelt it somewhere. I don't know. I can't really think of a better place to make the solar panels. You might want to try it over here. This might be better. Which would mean that we would need to put the steel over here. Which again would probably require using underground paths to bring it from here to here. And then smelting it in this area, I guess. That seems very bad. It doesn't feel like it'll work properly. Let's replace these guys here because I think we do need these. So what are we doing? What are we doing? So right now we have iron over here. I could put 2 steel right here. I guess that's where we can start. Why not? We got 2 steel. Huzzah. Where else can we put these guys? Do we want to keep these here? Or do we want to move these over here? I could make this section right here steel. And then I would be able to bring these over this way. That's possible. Unfortunately, I do need both sides of the assembly machines for this to work. Because you need to output them as well. So I can't just have it against the wall here. I need to put it here and then output it and then bring it to the chest. Oh boy. The way I did it last time, which again was skin my teeth winning, is we smelted here, I think, iron. Brought it down and we smelted a little bit of steel here, and then a little bit more iron here. And then we made that. But I think we have the quantities good, I think. We just need to... Or we have everything other than steel good in quantities, I mean to say. We just need to get the steel in here somehow. And I mean, we don't need to make it pretty. We don't need to have it in a line like this. We could have the two here, and then we have another two over here somewhere, and that kind of thing. That's an option. I do want to keep the circuits on their own line because they're needed in the most quantities. They need 15 each. So adding the copper to this line would not be ideal. To this line, I mean. Unfortunately, I can't move these over because I wouldn't be able to add the second belt here. Can't bring it down for nearly the same reason. I wouldn't have anywhere to... I'd have a really bad output system. I think it's doable. Like, I could have this assembly machine right up on this, and then we'd output it, and then we'll have to bring the line around. But why would I do that if I can just do this, right? Okay, we're gonna try this. We'll put that there, and then we'll see how we can output to this. And so far, nothing comes to mind. I'm gonna split it here. And then we'll split it again. And then hopefully we can get a more uniform set for the steel. Okay, so this is kind of what I want here. This is the area I'm setting up for it. We just need to get it uniform. That doesn't look too bad. We have 8, and I think that's better than we had before, so this should be an improvement to our last set at the very least. It's 7 before. Okay, well, we're doing better in increments at least. The answer is always more, we know. But how do I get more in this area? Okay, let's try this one out and we'll see how this works. I think I tried running more, but I didn't actually make it. So we'll try this one on for size. Okay, so I think that's everything is covered. These need coal. Dang it. Trying to pick up the coal. Okay. Now let's try it. There we go. Now we're not making any circuits. Why is that? Apparently I had this otherwise. I guess I wasn't using underground belts before. There we go. Okay, we're making 1074, alright. We're almost positive. We're gonna be positive at least. That's something. Alright, let's slow it down. Looks like our issue is still steel. We do have the iron for it. So we can add more as long as we can get space for it. Copper is actually struggling a little. It's a little surprising. That's fine, because this is backed up, so that's not a concern of ours. This is backed up and that's backed up. I have 2 iron mines top left not mining. Here? Top left? Top right? I mean, these are not mining because this is full. Is that what you mean? Yeah, so that's only because it was backed up. So they do mine, it's just the line was, they didn't have anywhere to insert their goods. So that's why they weren't mining. And it actually looks like we run out of coal here. Not sure what to think about that. I hadn't noticed that before. Let's take a look at when that happens. It's actually really early, but it runs out of coal. So that our electricity is still okay. So I guess this is providing enough steam for everything, even though it's good enough. What? How does it still have coal in it? I'm so confused. It doesn't transfer coal, does it? That doesn't make any sense. What is happening here? Why does this not have any steam? This is full on steam. This doesn't have any... This won't have any coal. We might have to turn this around because I'm not sure we're actually getting full performance, even though it does say we are. I guess I really shouldn't be worrying about it. As long as this is saying that we're good on electricity, I guess we are. It just seems really weird. But this isn't mining for like 5 minutes straight, but it's still good on coal. Okay, well... So we need to add more steel furnaces. Where are we gonna put it, guys? Where are we gonna put it? So our space, in terms of space, we can move this guy over. That wouldn't give us much though. We could turn this. We can do something like this. Turn it over this way. Turn this a little to the side here. Add it to this. So now we have this much space left to work with. And I can add a couple more into this belt. Or into this line. This is really... That's really... pretty desperate though. Actually don't know how I would insert from here. This works though. This doesn't work because the steel's going to be on both sides of the line here, and that's not what we want. We want it on the right side if we want this to work properly, so the copper can get a line in. So I can't leave it like this, even though this is what I need for this line. Now that I think of it, I can fix it like this. There we go. That's something. So we got 2 more on the line here. Is that gonna be good enough? Probably not. But let's see how it improves. Make sure that these are powered. Let's add the coal to it. I actually should check out how much coal these guys need. 25 should be more than enough, but be good to know how much they actually use. Okay, we're halfway through here. Copper is just to that point where we have enough. Steel is not there still. Iron is not there actually. This is going at a good pace. What I might want to do is I want to split this actually and bring it to this line, because even though this is a good ratio, we have the backup for it, so there's no reason to have these gaps in usage. What I might want to do, actually, now that I think about it, we might want to just get rid of these miners, you know? And then have a vertical iron smelting area here, and then we would have more space for the steel. The only issue there is that we might actually not have enough iron that we're mining. That might change our problem. I'm weighing our choices here. Our copper's still decent. I think we're gonna not have enough copper once we have enough steel. Because as you can see, it's kind of there, but it's not exactly going to be enough once it actually needs the copper. So that means we might have to increase this. But that'll be for later. There's no reason to think about that now when we're still low on steel. We're missing 10k. Okay, so what I'm going to do... Oops. See, if I make this vertical, we're not going to get as many furnaces out of it. And that might be an issue. We'd still have some mining space, but the issue is that we're not going to be able to fit as many furnaces, I think. But I think that would be worth the change, because we need space here. We just don't have enough space here to work with. Last time I did need those extra iron miners. Man. I don't know what to do then. I'm using up as much space here as I can. I don't think I used this space like this last time. And we're still miles and miles away from actually getting what we need. Last time I only had 2 solar panel assemblers. Okay. You know what, let's take one away and see if that changes things. But technically that would help with our system, because that way we wouldn't have excess steel being used in other places. I know what you mean, John, but I'm just saying, might be worth taking it away just to check. I think we actually did around the same, so makes sense. Yeah. I just don't know how to get more out of the space. We'd have to use down here. We might want to move this down and then just have a continued area for here, over here for more steel. These areas are expensive, but I mean, we get more money than this if we need to. One solar panel is worth 20 of these, basically. The map of smelters. I'm just waiting for that last map, the one that we crushed. Alright, so this is what we have to work with. I mean, at this point, we can't be liberal, or we can't be conservative with our space. We just need to make sure that we get what we need to out of this. I think I was a little bit more clever with my furnaces last time. I think I had some sort of setup that was working, but you can see that we're not using things to the fullest extent here. This bottom is probably the closest I get to being optimal with our input. And all this ore is going to waste. All this ore is going to waste. Basically, any extra ore on the map is kind of, it's just dead. It's dead product. We need everything working as soon as it gets it, pretty much, if we want to be optimal. So if we were to do that, that means we would have to reroute this and smelt it while we mine it, basically. Something like this, you know? Turn the bottom irons upside down into new smelters, top could feed existing. Yeah? Okay, we'll try it. Why not? We'll need to fix it a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna... Because I added these furnaces, I don't know why I did that, but... Alright, so... I'm just gonna test this out, just to see how the supply works here. Just want to make sure that this works. Oh. Let's try that again. Yeah. I'm always missing something. Okay, there you go. Okay, so like this, you can see that 3 of these are not working. We have 7 here, so we should have 14 going at all times. And I have 5, I have way too many. Okay, so that makes sense. We have 12 going at a time, basically. And that's because of how this is set up. This is not optimal delivery. So that makes sense. So we got 12 out of here. I think I'm okay with that. So that means I can get rid of these. We're going to add more mining. There we go, that's 12. Okay, so again, we mine 30 a minute, so that's 360 is our minimum that we can have on a space. So that will do. Okay, so we can have these supply steel. We can clean this up a little bit now that we have a little bit more space to work with. And these can supply our circuits. We can get 8 furnaces out of this, so let's try that. Just trying to think of how we could do this in a smart way, but we'll just do it our normal way, I guess. Because I can't put them here because I wouldn't be able to output properly. Could do something wonky like this. Maybe. Like that. I can get 2 out of here, like that. How did I do it before? I know I had a smarter method of doing this before. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking. Let's see. Because I can do something like this. This does work. Oops. See, if I did this, I wouldn't have enough space, unfortunately. So I think I'd have to turn them, at the very least. Okay, 400, so that's still good. I wouldn't be able to output this way. I can get 2 out of here like this, but I don't think that's gonna be good enough. Can get 3. That might be good enough. Can I get... Ooh... Let's see. I mean, I could just put one, you know? That wouldn't be the worst thing. Space Force to the right. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I guess I can't think of anything why I wouldn't do this. Good call. This is very expensive, though. Very expensive. I guess it works, though. I mean... Let's feed it above. Yeah. I was thinking about that, but... I can just add one or two more here. I'll just add one more to compensate. That should be decent, maybe, hopefully. I guess we can check and see how it works. So here is definitely where medium poles will come in handy, and look at that. Nice and easy. Alright, so let's clear up. Oh. Dang it. Imagine if I couldn't buy coal. Oh yeah. I'm scared of that of that alternative universe. I mean, in that case, they would have to give me bigger coal patches, which at that point I might actually consider using them. Okay, so looks like we're doing okay on our iron. We're still backed up, thanks to this guy, it looks like. So I can actually fill this out, I think, with more furnaces. I think that's good. So let's continue this line down. Why not? Doesn't hurt. Okay, unless you can't, because furnaces are large. Okay, so with that, let's build upon our steel. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh wait, we've learned. I learned this trick the last time we did this. Okay, that's not good enough. Alright, so I think that's the best I can do. I can add one more to this, but this line is already pretty scarce, unfortunately. So I don't think this will do the job. But we can try. I wanted to get rid of this, but then that doesn't help us with our problem. Alright, let's go grab more coal. Let's buy more coal, I guess. Oh no. Almost at the point where we need to borrow more money. Alright, let's see how this runs. And as per usual, we haven't powered up everything, and there we go. Okay, so it looks like I can get rid of this right here because this is usually, these two are not working. So we can clear this area up a little bit by just getting rid of this and then putting it over there. As for our iron ore, it looks like we're great on this side. All these guys are working. This is slowly backed up, and this is 8 minutes in, so it looks like we're using most of what we're mining, so this is pretty good. Pretty good. We're backed up here for our circuits, so we're good on our iron for circuits. We have a little bit of backup here for iron on this. And we've run into the issue where we're actually low on circuits for this last one. But we're still... might want to take one away because they're splitting things, and I don't think that's helping. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, so this one doesn't have enough steel and this one doesn't have enough circuits. That's inserted on circuit outputs. I don't think that will help, but maybe you're right. I think how fast did they make? 0.5 seconds. I don't know. Maybe it'll help. I guess it did help. You're right. Good call. I did not think it would make that much of a difference. We're actually low on copper now. Because we're making so many circuits. That's funny. But our balance is awful. That is because we haven't filled in the walls yet though, so there's some light in there in that tunnel. I think we're actually pretty close. I do think that these walls are not insignificant. I think we have at least 10k in walls. So A lot of raw copper too, yeah, you're right. So let's expound upon this. We'll give it the iron treatment. More is always the answer, huh? It's becoming true ever so slightly. Let's see, ever so slowly. Okay, so yeah, we'll just continue this on. Okay, so now the question is, do we split this? So this was enough for 6, and that was 7 of them. This has 5. So it's probably good enough for like 4. Wait, 7, 6, 5. Let's go with 4. Let's see. I'll split this and we'll check it. See how it goes. I probably shouldn't have taken away the smelters already. Should have checked it first. That would have been the smart thing to do. Oops. Okay, so this is good enough for the 4 here. I mean the 8, you know. It's pretty much on target though. I think this could use 1 more, but this one's pretty much perfect, I think. I think I'll keep it like this. I'll probably move this over to the side a little bit so this comes a little bit faster. This becomes a little bit slower. And I think that will balance out pretty well. And then we'll just use the rest here. Remove the extra track. Yeah. It's still gonna be there, you know. Or not. You know what? I just don't know how this game works anymore, apparently. You keep on coming up with the great ideas, John. Thank you. That's strange to me. But I guess the point is that it was getting through. Well, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why. Because if it got to the end, that means it got through 4 different inserters trying to insert into a machine. That means that the timing was just really off. That's just so odd. I don't know why that worked, but okay, cool. Good call. They're all arriving at the same time. I can't pick both up. Yeah, but okay. Well, I'll leave it at that. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about anymore, so I'm going to lean to your wisdom that is apparently abundant. So all we have to do is mine this guy out, and hopefully that will help us out. Alright, what's the best way to do this? If possible, we'd still like to maximize on being on top of the ore. But I guess we've stopped caring about space, and we just want quantity now, so Let's do this. Not enough room. Okay, wait. Okay, this might work. Well, you always cared about more. All right. We're in the big leagues now. All right, and let's buy more belts. So we have 2 here. Do you remember how many furnaces we got rid of here? I should have kept track. I think we got rid of 2, right? 2 total, or was it 4? I'm just trying to figure out how much I'm trying to make up for right now. You can load ore directly from miner to furnace. Yes, I can. You can do that. However, that wouldn't be optimal in terms of the mining. One miner can supply enough ore for 2 furnaces to go simultaneously. If you put the furnace directly on the miner, you're basically calling it 1-to-1. So you're losing out on an entire furnace making bars, and that does matter in this mode. You want to make sure that you optimize, or you're very efficient with what you're going for. But if you take the extra ore from the furnace, I did try that earlier, and that does not work. I'm sad it doesn't work, but it doesn't work. I was trying to revolutionize the way that I play, and it just totally did not work. So this is kind of what I want to do, but at the same time, I don't want to take up that space where I could get another miner. So we're just gonna do this. And that works. Okay, so we still have 2 more to work with, so we can get 4 more furnaces out. We'll try to optimize our space here. Unfortunately, that's not going to work. Never mind. You know what? We're just gonna use all the space. I hate to do it because this is a lot of money that I would have liked to make back, but we need it at this point. There. I don't want to insert it there because then it will turn it into this, and I have a lot more coming out down this way than I do this way. So this would be this would halve the throughput, and I do not want that. So I'm gonna put it there. And I could put 2 more furnaces here, and I can bring them over here. That's easy. The problem I am thinking about is, again, the cost. The opportunity cost of putting stuff over here is pretty great. It's like 200, 300, 400, just doing that. And then that turns into like 1,000 doing this. So, is that really worth 2 more furnaces? It's hard to say. We're gonna do it for now, but if we have an excess amount of copper, this is the first thing I'm gonna cut, because I do not like having all of this. If I have an excess of copper, that means I need more steel. You know, that's not incorrect. All right, so now we just have to do our adding of coal. Oops. These all have coal. They do. Right, now let's add our pole. That's unfortunate. Would have been nice if that caught the two inserters there. It is definitely worth using the medium poles here, because this space is very expensive, and this helps. So, all right, so let's try her out. See what's going on. We'll stop around the 6-minute mark. That's halfway, and we'll take stock of what's going on. So it looks like copper is more than good. it's very good. Circuits, pretty good. So we're again not doing too well on the steel. We are using up pretty much every iron ore that we mine. Here's a little bit of a problem, but that's pretty good, I would say. So I don't know what to say here. That means that we just need to mine more iron. Instead of doing this, we need to just get miners on here. This is rough. So these are going 24/7. We have these three that are empty. We have the extra iron here. That's kind of feels bad. It could be used here. I don't know how I would siphon that back though. Oh, you know what I could do? I could... And I was thinking of putting another splitter here, but would that actually help us that much? Not too much. It would help us a little bit, but if I could put a splitter here, that'd help us more. Then I'd have to get it to this line somehow, and that's not feasible. And actually putting a splitter here might actually hurt us more than it helps us. So I do have access to green wires and red wires. I've literally never done anything with wires. That might help with our circuits, or our splitters, I mean. Like if I don't know how wires work, but if I could put some sort of logic that said, hey, if this is working, make this output only to the right. Something like that, if that was possible, that'd be nice to do. But again, I don't know how they work at all, so I'm not gonna even mess with that. So how are we gonna get more iron onto this line? Wasn't there a tree here? Why do I have it like this? So the tree in the middle of the thing on the last map. We can squeeze out a little bit more through this. Make priority, but it doesn't help. Yeah. Since we're using up all our space, let's... Yeah, we can get 485, taking the very end of it. We do need the extra iron. The problem is that we're smelting at the rate that we're mining, you know? Mostly. Okay, maybe I lied. That's okay. That's because I ruined it. That's why. Okay. Well, so take two. We are definitely smelting at the rate we're mining it. As you can see, there's nothing left on the line, and all of the furnaces are being used, the majority of the time at least. So that means that every miner I put down here, I need to add another 2 furnaces going, if we want to make the ratio continue. Our copper is more than good. I think even with a tiny bit more steel, this is fine. I think we kind of overdid the copper. I even have one not even working because I have the inserter opposite. Alright, so... we can get another 2 miners in here if I replace this. I'm going to remove the splitter. Might help a little bit. It's essentially the same thing because these 2 would be working and these 2 wouldn't be. So it really doesn't change anything, but you know, as we all know, I've been proven wrong many times today, so maybe it might make a difference. Okay, so at the very least, we have all these working now. We'd like for these 2 to also be working if we had enough output for it. Why is this backing up now? Okay, well, it's not significant. And now I'm running out of... What's going on, guys? Oh, okay, so this is using coal at a much faster rate now. So even though it was not running out before. It's running out now because we have so much more energy usage. I think it might be time for us to redo this. Because there, we can fix this at least, I think. Maybe not. Oh man, there's just not enough coal. So if we do this, we can. Can I get a pipe through this? No, I can't. Okay, well maybe I had it the best orientation I could. See, the issue here is that I need the coal. I had it like this. This had 600 coal, this had 300 coal. 600 coal is fine for our purposes. The 300 is not. Additionally, we don't have enough room for a boiler and 2 engines. So we had to do some wonky pipage to get it up over here. I could set up a burner mining drill. Except that would be giving the wrong boiler more coal. It would also get in the way of the pipe. Yeah, so that works somehow. But again, it's the wrong boiler, so that's not actually helpful. And it's only 50 coal anyways. May have screwed myself with putting the electricity over here. This isn't much better. Alright, so some alternatives of what we could be doing. We could mine the coal here and then ferry it to the boiler, wherever I'm going to put it. Maybe right... See, this tree here doesn't even allow for that. Just a lot of a lot of issues here. I'm just gonna put it back to how it was. And I guess what we can do is we can buy a chest. Thought I saw a wooden chest in here, didn't I? I did. Okay, so there's another thought. We have access to chests. Is there any way we can abuse that? I'm just putting this back. Okay. So we have access in chests. We could make use of chests by inputting it. That could be one way where we get rid of some belts that we don't need. Put them into a chest and then put them into here. Because remember, every excess product does not matter. The only thing that matters is solar panels, because those are the only things that we get money for. Having a whole line of circuits and copper and whatever doesn't help us in any way. We could potentially put that into a chest and then, I don't know, do something with it. And then it will save us a lot of belts. But again, our main issue is still that we don't have hello? Up, thank you. Main issue is still we don't have enough steel. Oh my goodness. Yeah, outputting this over here will not change the outcome. We're not good on electricity. Steam is good there. Do we just need more boilers and steam engines? No, these are going at a... Electricity isn't good, but the inserters aren't really struggling too much. I think. They kind of look normal speed. I really wish I could view the actual electricity, but while this is going, this is the best I can do. You can't view the panel. You can't view the panel on the while you're planning either. Okay, so having low electricity would matter if we're not getting quick enough mining from it. But it does look like this is normal speed, and these do look like they're doing fine. Remove the extra copper. Alright, let's do that. Let's move the inserters and leave this for now. Yeah, oh, that's what I was saying, Troopin. I don't think, as far as I know, you can't even look at that panel. I'll try, but I remember trying it before, and I just couldn't do it. It does look like we're doing better. Still struggling a bit, but it's better. Oh, you can open it. But you can't really see what's going on. So it's not very helpful. So if you start it, it closes. Kinda sucks. Alright, so we're just running into a lot of issues. Again, we did have a lot of trouble with this last time we did it, and that was on normal. I don't know the difference between normal and hard. I know this requires more, but I don't know by how much. So at this point we actually have too much steel. So it looks like our electricity is messed up to the extent where these assembly machines are just not cutting it. They're not working at full capacity, so they're not working as quickly as I want them to. But we had the copper for it. I don't know what to do, guys. Adding more electricity at this point, it's kind of... I don't know. I had trouble adding this. How are we gonna add more? I mean, I guess I don't have to add them together, right? I can just... I'd have to move this, but I guess that's not the worst thing I could do, considering we were already expanded down here. So we can leave this up, and then we can have another set adding to the electricity. The problem with that is that if we do that, our iron line is going to become longer, and that's going to be a lot more dead products on the line that we don't want. Because we want literally every iron to be used. But at this point, you know, you can't really underestimate how much the not having full electricity is costing us. At the same time, I don't want to overestimate it either. This is rough. It's going very poorly, John. Thank you for asking. Oh man. What time is it? Oh geez, it is very late. We spent like what, 3 hours on this map? I think it was... The heck? Where did my time go? Might have to call in the towel before we finish this. I really do need to go to bed. I didn't realize it was this late. Any last minute additions, anyone? Any suggestions that I could do as a last ditch effort? Because let's add our walls in. Wait, can we save? Yeah, let's save. What's this called? Tight spot campaign hard level 2. Jupin, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, so I saved now, and we're going to add all the walls. See how much that's worth. This is level 3. Thank you. It's been a long stream. This is taking all my brain power. Level 3. Okay, so we're at 48k in the hole. Let's see how much the walls give us. Just so we have an idea of how much we're really struggling by. I'm not gonna pick up any of that stuff yet. So there's a lot more spaces I could add it to, but 14k. That gave us 14k. So how far have we been off? I think there's some spots where we were less than that away, right? Definitely not this one, though. So 2k here. Yeah, we'll do that. So we're about 12k away. 14k. Let's min-max this just to see. I need all of that. Okay, so that 2k. What? Game? What do you want from me? Now we have too much steel and not enough copper? What? Alright, well, 16k there. What? Alright. Let's load our save here. I guess it's because I got rid of this right here. Anyways, I think we're gonna leave it for here. We're gonna come back to this tomorrow, because again, I really need to go to bed. So maybe we'll a fresh mind will get this going better. Otherwise, we'll just need to revamp a ton of this, unfortunately. So, thanks guys for coming by. Troopin, John, thanks for keeping me company while I go insane doing this. Why doesn't it work? Dang it. Alright, well, I'll be here again tomorrow. I'll be doing this. And hopefully we can get this done tomorrow. I'll be here at midnight, my time. That right now it's 6 a.m. So 18 hours from now. So that's that. Thanks everyone for watching. I will see you guys next time.